Next gentleman was born into this world as Alvin Antonio Burke Jr. Changed his name, Wikipedia. Changed his name to Hassan Hamid Assad only to shorten it to Montel Vontavious Porter. Please welcome from the north side, my friend Montel Vontavious Porter, MVP.
Stevie Ray from Harlem Heat. We got Shelton Benjamin, the gold standard. I mean, it's truly a who's who of who? I'm kidding, of course. Everybody remembers, Bruce and Stevie and Shelton. And everybody remembers Shelton. Actually, it's not true. Contrary to popular belief, this whole time, Shelton Benjamin has never stopped wrestling. He just works under a different name now. He works under the name Kofi Kingston. And that's no booty, right, Shelton? By the way, nice of RVD to send in a video instead of showing up. Guess we need to start calling him the whole effing no-show. Seriously, RVD wanted to be here tonight, but he's at home taking part in a different kind of roast. Now, really, RVD is so fucked up right now, he's just 5-star frog splash his cat. You know what I'm saying? Right? And you saw that video. RVD is so fucked up right now, you could sell him Cheerios and tell him that they're donut seeds, and he would buy them. RVD is so fucked up right now, he doesn't know if we're roasting Booker T or Mr. T. He has no clue. He don't know. Speaking of videos, it was nice to hear from Chris Jericho, because God knows we don't hear from him enough. I mean, think about it. Dude's a top guy on Raw, the front man of a touring metal band, and living proof that you can start your own podcast without kissing Conrad Thompson's ass or Court Bowers. Right, Bruce? I hope you're taking notes, Bruce, because I am. But my man, Bruce Prichard, every Thanksgiving since I moved to Houston, I've been a guest at the Prichard's home for Thanksgiving. So I love Bruce Prichard. Really, Shelton. I'm because he called me this afternoon and said, man, I just found out I'm supposed to be roasting. I got nothing. I don't know. And I well, yeah, I got comedian friends to write my shit for me, so I'm all right. He goes, I have no idea what I'm going to do. Shelton, if you had done at WWE what you just did on the stage, you'd be a world champion. Speaking of never being on TV, everybody, let's give it up for Brad Gilmore, ladies and gentlemen. Never being on TV. Now, there's another Bruce in the house tonight I want to talk about. Let's give it up for my man, the comedy legend, Bruce. You look good, brother. Actually, you look like Slick if he got stung by 1,000 bees. No, honestly, I ain't come here for Bruce. I ain't coming at my man, especially since by the looks of things, diabetes already did it. It's a roast, man. Damn. So, all right. Oh man, I'm having a good time. Thanks for bringing me out. Ange Goldstein, a very good friend of mine, wrote most of my material. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this one on you, care of Ange Goldstein. Seriously, the last time Bruce saw his dick, Shelton Benjamin was still on Raw. But one thing about Bruce, he is always a sharp-dressed man. I mean, you look at the suits he wears, it looks as if somebody took Teddy Long's entire closet and sewed it together. Every time Bruce sits down to take a shit, Mark Henry's entrance music comes on. Now, before we get to Booker, we have to talk about his big brother, Stevie Ray, and his longtime tag team partner. For Book's entire life, you've had his back. Well, except for that one time Book called Hogan a nigga on live TV. Because y'all wonder where Booker got that, tell me you did not just say that. That's the look Stevie Ray had on his face when Booker T said. But, are you guys familiar with the term rib? In our business, it's a practical joke is a rib. And it's a rib that Book gets caught on tape for eternity saying nigga. And he gets heat for it. For the rest of his life, he can't go anywhere without somebody saying something to him about, we coming for you, nigga. Meanwhile, Hulk Hogan does the same thing and gets $30 million. Now, y'all explain that to me. That's called white privilege, dog. That's what that is. And speaking of privilege, it is my sincere honor tonight to honor my friend and mentor, Booker T. But despite all that, Book has had an amazing career. As we all know, you're the five-time WCW World Champion. What an amazing achievement to brag about. It's like if I went around bragging about being the five-time Florida Department of Corrections Inmate of the Month. Seriously, there's no shame in being the world champion of a go-nowhere, corrupt, sinking ship of a wrestling company like WCW. At least that's what I used to tell myself when I worked at TNA. A lot of black wrestlers owe Booker T a debt of gratitude. I mean, really, without Booker T's signature spin-a-Rooney dance, there'd be no whatever the fuck that shit is R-Truth does when he comes to the ring. Seriously, Book, you make R-Truth look like Justin Bieber, dog. But I remember you best as King Booker. If you know, you know. On that note, I just want to say my very first dark match for WWE took place in Orlando, Florida, and I wrestled Norman Smiley. And Norman Smiley took me to the side and introduced me to Booker. And we had a quick chat, and needless to say, I was nervous because, man, this was Booker T, and this is my dude Norman Smiley, and Booker's dropping knowledge on me, And that day, I'm just a young, up-and-coming guy, a friend of Norman's. Booker T gave me his telephone number. He said, man, if you ever got any questions, you need any advice, hit me up, dog. I got your back, man, which blew my mind. And then, at that time, I didn't know Booker's history. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with my history, I spent a number of years in prison in Florida when I was a teenager, made some bad decisions, and I found that out about Booker. And, I had his number, but, I never thought, well, let me call Booker T up and shoot the shit. Hey, dog, what's going on? And at the time, I was, trying to get into WWE, and somebody mentioned to me that my criminal background might be a problem. And I found out about Booker T's history. So it had to have been no less than a year later. And I called him up. And he remembered who I was. And he took the time. You probably don't even remember this, but I know you don't remember this. You can't remember what you had for breakfast. And he took the better part of 30, 45 minutes to talk to me about, his experiences and how his career went, and how being a convicted felon didn't stop him from getting hired and didn't stop him from going to Japan, and all the things that I wanted to do as a convicted felon. I was concerned I wouldn't be able to. He did it. And he didn't know who the fuck I was, but he had time for me. And then when I got signed, I remember Booker T taking me to the side, pulling my coat. I said, hey, bro, I got my school down in Houston. And whenever you want, You can come in on your day. And I was still in developmental. I was getting called up to TV, but I was in developmental. And Booker T said, man, you can come on down and train with me. And when a 5-time world champion takes a personal interest in you and says they want to help your career, you're an idiot if you don't take up that advice. And now I've lived in Houston since, about 2007 now, or something about that, you know. And I live in Houston because of Booker T. And I got a baby mama because of Booker T. Or else I would have left Houston a long time ago. But Booker T literally laid down the blueprint for young black professional wrestlers. And right now there's a lot of racial strife going on. There's a lot of division in the country. And look, truth be told, things are different in the professional wrestling industry. It's just the way it is. So if you're a black professional wrestler and you want to succeed in the industry, you can't be good. You got to be great. You have to be not just a little bit better. You have to be a lot better. You have to work way harder. And Booker T laid down the blueprint and showed guys like myself, guys like Shelton, guys like Kofi. But Kofi just ripped off his hair, just like I ripped off his nose-stripping receiver's gloves. Same thing, you know. He laid down a blueprint and he showed us how to do it. And because of our friendship and your mentorship to me, I'm not just a better professional wrestler. I'm a better father. I'm a better man because you're an example, and I appreciate you for that, man.